Chapter 1. Learning Theory, What It Is, and How It Got This Way. Back in the 1600s, science underwent a major renaissance. People started creating new machines, and then they couldn't help but wonder if the human body worked like these machines. Certain philosophers tried to answer this question, and a very famous one was a man named René Descartes. He was a dualist who didn't believe that the human body does work like a machine. He came up with reflex action, which means that for every stimulus, there is a reaction. Stimulus activates the animal spirits in our body. They travel up the nerves and make the muscles swell. This had a huge impact on science, and especially in biology and psychology. Here is René Descartes. Thomas Hobbes believed in hedonism, which is the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain. And he also believed that the mind follows physical laws. Julien de la Mettrie realized how your physical state affects your mind. He realized this because when he was sick, he noticed that his weakened bodily state had an effect on his mental state. Another group of philosophers who attempted to answer this question were the empiricists. Two very famous empiricists were John Locke and David Hume. Empiricism is the idea that all ideas and knowledge are obtained through experience, that your mind is a blank slate at birth, and this is known as the tabula rasa. They also took a very atomistic approach, which means that the mind receives simple sensations and our mind builds them to form complex ideas. They are also called associationists because the sensations of a thing become associated with its properties. Another very famous philosopher was Immanuel Kant. This is him. He believed in rationalism, that the mind is not a blank slate at birth and knows certain things without having to learn them. These are called priorities. So, the biological roots. Biologists figured out how our reflexes work thanks to Descartes' theory of reflex action. A man named Ivan Sechenov, who is a physiologist from Russia, wrote a book called Reflexes of the Brain. In this, he explained how thoughts are responses to a stimulus. A man named Charles Darwin believed in evolution, that organisms evolve for survival. This influenced early comparative psychologists and traced evolution of the mind by studying the mental levels of animals. A man named George Romanes believed that evolution went from simple to complex. And then another man named C. Lloyd Morgan believed that animals don't evolve as fast as humans, and believed in the law of parsimony, aka Morgan's canon. Basically, this states that an example of behavior should not be explained by a complex, high-level process if it can be explained by a simpler one.